Assalamualaikum and good day. We are from LAX 2047, Group 29, Poetic Society. So today we would like to do our second video discussion about the first poem, Home Aim. And then back to last week, we already discussed the the theme of the poems, which is global warming and human rights. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
today, uh, but first and foremost, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Ikram Yumat Sobri with matric number 194623.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Izafar bin Ruslan, metric number 193891.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Azim Roslan and my magic number is 194627.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Nur Hakimi and my metric number is 194881.
And my name is Muhammad Hanif Ashraf bin Zul with metric number 193559.
And hi, my name is Nuri Edina Miti Miyak Lazadi and my metric number is 194991. So without further ado, I will share my screen and we will recite the poem.
Yes, please.
The global issue for today's discussion is about human rights.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
So today the presenters will be Nuri Irdina, Muhammad Azim and Muhammad Izafar. So I would like to invite you guys to recite your poem. Thank you.
Thank you, Ikram.
This poem is titled with Old World. I can feel my tears streaming down my cheeks. I can feel my chest tightens. I feel suffocated, where I gasp for air to breathe. Why an 11 years old girl has to get married? I can feel this old filthy man beside me smiling creepily. I can feel his hand groping my back.
Why is the world happily celebrating us? Why are they congratulating us? And I can't feel a thing except hatred, the urge to scream, the urge to run away from this hell. They promise me a brighter future awaits, but nothing.
But if I run, is there any hope? Is there any chance? Is there any room to escape? To get away from this disasters and hope this dark chapter will come to an end. All right.
Thank you, guys.
So this is the poems about. Maybe can share a little bit of the meaning of this poem.
Okay,
The background, yeah.
this poem is about child marriage. So our theme is humans, right? Wait, do you guys see my notifications?
No.
No.
Okay. So basically, this poem is about child marriage. The first angka apa?
Verse.
Okay. The first verse is about where this 11 years old girl has to kahwin paksa. Forced marriage.
Yes.
Yes, with this old man, and she didn't want that, obviously. So the second verse, she kept
questioning, right? Questioning about why people.
Yes, why she has to in that position.
Yes.
She's wondering, am I right?
Yes.
She wondering why people happy about her sadness, because she has to force marriage, right? So yeah, that's it. So for the third verse,
Azim.
So the writers is imaginary about herself. If she run, if there any hope, is there any hope for her to escape from this child marriage? Because the writer feel child marriage is not a good uh, decision for herself.
Yeah.
That's it.
So basically, this is like one of the uh, global issue, right?
Yes,
About
it's
Yes.
a global
this,
issue that happen
About,
around the world actually. In
yeah.
fact,
Including Malaysia.
yeah.
yeah.
Do you know that it's actually 12 million girls are married before the age of 18? But
Mhm.
so actually the child marriage, the legal age to get married is 18. So under 18 is considering child marriage.
Mhm.
But
So
I think the child marriage most of the time is about their parents decide their children to get married. So
Yeah.
it's not their child's willing to get married at the early age like
Yes.
that.
so before we get into deep about the meaning of this poem, I would like to asking about uh, some words that maybe is not familiar with us.
Okay,
For
right.
example, at the third phase, uh,
Verse.
Worst.
verse, uh, disastrous. What the meaning of disastrous?
Disastrous is actually disaster, the disaster event.
Oh,
Yep.
Is a
So
hyperbolic
the
word.
writer, yes, it's a hyperbolic word to the writer to express their feeling, her feeling basically, her feeling to get away from this young marriage. So we decided to use that word as a disastrous to portray the condition or the feelings of the writer. Not
difficult.
the writer, the
The child.
The girl.
the child, yes, the child.
Okay. So anyone of you want to ask about the word, some of the words in this poem
Yes,
that
the
you
word used.
don't understand?
Are you guys
How about
get
Hanif?
Yeah.
understand this poem?
Do you?
So far I understand that the this poem is about to portray about the feeling of a child getting married at underage. But then if you are talking about I would like to highlight this because it's kind of interesting issue which is an underage marriage, but it's about human right to the child to get their own life. But then um if we go further, marriage, not all the child that married underage is uh, not they are willing, but some of them is the marriage is they are willing to marry that. Means some of child underage they do the marriage is with they are willing to do that. So it's kind of some is there any that since you guys did the poem, so is there any explanation about the that really kind of explanation toward that issue?
I think if the child is willing to get married at the early age, so I think that is not a big issue from this poem
Yes,
itself. Is we are talking about the people, the children who are not willing to get married. So if the children are willing and are not having a problem with the young marriage, so I think it's not a big deal. We
Yes,
are
I,
talking.
I, I agree with Azim, because for
Okay.
me, those who willing to marry at a young age is no problem.
But
This
then
poem is basically point to the child or any kids that been forced to get married, uh, especially to get married to old, very old man or
50.
more like
Older,
very
older.
older. Yes, that word. older people. Yes.
That was
Uh,
good point, Zafar. But somehow I agree with Hanif's point, which is some of the children get married by their will because of a few factors, especially poverty, because the family was quite poor or very poor, so that the children have no choice, have no option unless getting married at a very young age, which is at that moment it might be good for them, but for us who what we call observe what their situation, what they are facing, might be not a good choice for them to marry at young age, because it will affect them, especially in career, in their development, especially. So that yeah,
yeah, you
not,
got the
not every children have the have the opportunity. Okay,
okay, you got
I pass to
the
Ikram.
good point. Okay, for me, based on the poem, it shows that it portrays the situation when the girl is not willing to get married at the early age. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
So somehow, I want to give some opinion about how can uh, some of this girl we can prevent about the early age of marriage, which is some of the solution is we provide economic support to the girls and the families, so that the family itself not feel like they need to uh, get their child to get married so that they can get money. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
So
get you.
I agree with
that's
you.
why the government need to provide a support based basically for their economy, their I mean
Education
like education, so that they can have that kind of uh, I mean like
support.
prevention and support. And then we encourage supportive laws and policies, so that this kind of cases can be prevented at the early stage. That's
Yeah,
my
I agree with you. Someone I
sum
would
up.
add some fine. I think according to Girls Not Brides, actually
Mm-mm.
ending child marriage requires work across all sectors and at all levels. Just like Ikram said, and actually it requires us to understand the complex drivers behind the practice and in different contexts and adapt our intervention accordingly. And also actually the ending child marriage also require increased targeted investment from both international donors and governments, just like Trump said, in high prevalence countries. The funding that is currently available is nowhere near large enough to match the scale of child marriage worldwide. Actually, this case is happening worldwide, and it also is hard to stop this stigma, the child marriage. So I think we have to give macam mana dedahkan
Exposure.
yes
Exposure.
exposure to them. Uh, yes, we have to give exposure to them.
In addition, uh, we need to educate the community and people also, not just the family and the girls, so that we need to give exposure to the society also, so that we can enhance about the importance to protect a girl uh, to get into early age marriage. That's
Yes.
one of the
I
point.
agree because this kind of issue cannot be normalized because
Yes,
it's very not good
for the
uh,
To
future of the
destroy
girl,
the
the
future of the child. Yes.
because each every child have their own uh, ambition, their own
Yes.
uh,
Because in marriage we have
mm,
to commit what we call to have a more responsibility towards our for example to their husband, right? So that it can disturb the development of the children itself to study or so ever at the young age.
Yes. So anyone want to add something before we end this discussion? Somehow it's like already.
Oh, guys, I want to ask, is this the poem,
Effective.
yes, effective portray the meaning of the child marriage? I mean, the situation of the child marriage itself,
About you, Hani?
the effectiveness.
I guess
What do you guys think?
I think it's quite good because from the poem itself I can know about the feeling on a child having early marriage. Yeah, I think it's quite effective to give some awareness to a community about the child marriage. So that's my opinion, I guess. So you guys have any idea?
So for me, in my opinion, this poem was very clearly stated about the issue, which is as stated in the first verse line says, why an 8 years old girl has to get married in
Yeah,
her
I
60s?
think this poem is quite direct. It's just it's simple to understand and to digest about the meaning. So it's simple, and so when it comes to about poem that uh commit with issue of awareness, so I guess direct simple direct words like that is the best solution, I guess, the best option.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I agree with Hanif because it's easy to the reader to understand the message that we want to
Okay.
give to the readers.
That
Delivered.
we want to do.
So I think that's all for this discussion. Uh,
So for the next meeting,
For the
what we're
next
gonna
meeting.
do, Ikram?
for next meeting, we will discuss and listen to the next poem about global warming. So I hope you guys
The second
can,
issue. Okay.
the second issue, yes. So I hope you guys can participate for next video. And for
Okay.
today, that's all. Any anything, guys?
No, from me.
No,
Yeah, I think that's all.
I think it's okay.
that's
Thank you and see you guys next
The
discussion.
next. Okay.
Okay.
bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you.